Mic check. Mic check. Well, Wado Focarinos, we are back at it again. I am your boy TMK444, and we are currently following the number 369 Lexus, who seems to be the only one that has set a lap time during this short free practice, as we now enter the final 90 seconds of free practice and then moving into qualifying. So I'm just going to sort out my social medias and I will be back. See you in a mojo. Green light, go, go, go. Green light, give it all you can. Alrighty, so with 26 minutes left to go of qualifying, we have cars on the outlap. We've got Next Gen's being in the 69 BMW M4 in the GT4 class, running the Pro Badge, and Anun. What an absolute king this guy is. And I'm most certainly looking forward to seeing Anun on track today. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to seeing the battle between Anun and the 46 Bentley, but nevertheless, Stuart is fishing, and I am jealous of that. Need to take myself fishing indeed as we jump on board with the number 7 GT4 Chevrolet. We have Kent in the red, yellow and black liveried Chevrolet, which looks awesome, I must say. Big improvement from last week's race in Donington. And we have Frankin, the absolute legend, in the 488 GT3. Actually getting a wheel, but been using controller for the majority of this season and others, and he's just done an absolutely awesome job with regards to being able to control that car as he is with the controller, because it is very difficult. And of course we have the number 666 Kazi, will most certainly be up there leading the GT4 pack. Last week's race at Donington was eventful to say the least, with Kazi and Next Gen's being red versus the blue, so we will keep an eye out on that with 25 minutes left to go of qualifying. And of course, Magic Mike with the Brazilian Chrome Ferrari GT3. Again, another absolute legend, and be interesting to see what happens with Magic and Anun. And GLRJD. The number 28 M4, currently on an invalidated lap, as well as Kent in the 7 Chevrolet. Nevertheless, he's driving the very lovely GT4 M4. Well, hopefully we'll have a couple more join. We've got the 3 GT3s on track at the moment, and 4 GT4s, as we see the number 28 M4 make his way through Eau Rouge. It's an incredibly long track with a 4.352 mile circuit. What an absolute beast of a track this is at Spa. Now making his way up towards campus. And now towards Stavelot. So we're going to jump aboard with the number 666 M4. Now making his way through a Rouge. That corner is so critical here at Spa because it has the, one of the longest straights, plus the straight exiting the first corner here at Spa, La Source. And as you can see now, it's still hard on the throttle and only just touched the brakes. So a very, very, very heavy braking section. It's very easy to lose control of the car as all of the weight pushes itself to the front of the front-engined M4. And now Kazumitsu making his way through Bruels. And he exits Bruels and up towards the double gauche. If I get these corner names right. Nevertheless, we will continue on as the number 666 makes his way up to the right-hander and left-hander of Les Fargnets and the right-hander of Campus. And the right-hander of Stavelot. So again, a very long acceleration zone, and as we come up to the left here at Blauschmont, sounded like that M4's V8 did just lift through Blauschmont, but nevertheless he makes his way up to the chicane. Again, very easy to lose very easy to lose the weight of the car. I realise I just need to quickly change my settings on controls. That's why.
What about the night qualifying? Are you worried about that?
No, I seem to be long run.
Much better. Much better. So we've got the map on the left so we can see where the 7 cars are on the 4.3 mile track here at Spa, and we see everyone rocking up for the round 4 GLR series in their camper vans. Check the boards. Track as he can, so you can take that flat through there. And in the GT4s, although there is less downforce, there's less speed, so I've not actually took a GT4 around Spa, but nevertheless I would imagine that you should be able to take that flat as well as this corner. Sounded like he potentially took that flat there. So jump back on board as he comes up towards the penultimate corners here at Spa. The chicane, currently second on the Delta. We'll see what time he's got. This looks like quite a nice solid run. Let's see what Kaz has got. A 2:33 in the GT4 M4, being in the 69 M4. Currently behind Kazimitsu, yet to apply a qualifying time. We'll give Frankie some love in a moment. But as for now, we're going to stay on board the 69 BMW M4 as he traverses his way through the demanding elevation changes, camber changes, and 4.3 mile circuit that is Spa. 15 minutes left to go of the qualifying session. We have the GT4s out on track. So 69 makes his way through. Lauschmont and up towards the chicane. What is the number 69 M4 going to give us as he runs a little bit too hot into the chicane and into the pits? Frankie warming that 488 up as best as he can by sending it into an instant drift. I had to go around this track myself on a controller and it was the most difficult experience of my life. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the 678 Ferrari does, as here we are on board with the Brazilian chrome liveried GT3 Ferrari, as we see Anun in the background with 13 minutes 47 seconds to go. And we also have the third GT3 chasing that pack down. It's going to be an interesting one. Mike put as much of that 500 plus horsepower down. As you can see to the left side of Spa, there's a huge amount of camber in an incline, so you want to be keeping to the left side if you want to maximise your braking distance, and then chucking it into the right. That was beautiful. Okay, exit there. A little bit more speed to be had, perhaps traction control on 0. Exit that as we head our way down to Eau Rouge. Nailed that one. It's Paul the Helicam man doing what he does best. And I'm just going to drop off mic for about 60 seconds. I'm just going to plug my laptop in, so I will be back with you guys. Of course, leave you with the beautiful sight that is the 511 Brazilian chrome liveried Ferrari. well, your boy's back. We're all golden. So we see Magic Mike traverse his way through the chicane. What is he going to put on the Delta? And none in hot pursuit. We might have 2 times here. We've got a 220. Not bad at all for his first time. And none with a 222. So a 2.2 second gap between the 511 Ferrari and the 369 Lexus. As we now jump on board with Anun, the absolute beast from the east, as he makes his way through a Rouge. I mean, every time I take that corner in a GT3 car, my heartbeat elevates, I tense up. Like, I really do admire the folk who can consistently put fast lap times down without ever having a spin. And none. Looking like he has a pretty solid lap. Oh, don't know whether he's lost time there or whether that was just the Pirelli softs. Yeah, okay. So he's going to return to the pits, and that means we're left with the number 511 Ferrari out on track here at the round 5 of the GLR Esports season here at Spa. So of course we'll give Mr. Magical Mike the love he deserves. As he now traverses his way up towards the infamous Blauschmont. Looks fast. And still out on track. He's able to even capitalise on his already fast time of a 220. So Paul the Helicam man is going to follow the 511 Ferrari as he crosses the line with the 221.57. So I think he has increased his lap time here round at Spa. So we're just going to watch him traverse a Rouge. Not sure whether that'll be a track limit, but nevertheless, Paul the Helicam man making his way over the very tall trees here at Spa in Belgium. It could very well rain here, depending on the realistic settings, as Belgium is known for its weather. Nevertheless, we jump on board with Anun as he is back out on track, but again, this is his out lap, so he's not actually going to have a qualifying lap here. So he's going to want to get his tyres and brakes up to temperatures. I have noticed that it is very much worth decreasing the brake ducts, front and especially rear, making sure that the brake ducts are always in the optimal zone and working temperature and therefore performance, as we now see the 369 and 678 of Anun and Frankie make their way, and Anun, oh of course, yeah, this is their outlap. So that means that Magic Mike is yet again about to put another lap time down, as we see the 369 Lexus traverse his way through Eau Rouge. Oh, I love this track. God, it gives me goosebumps going through that. Just thinking about it last night. Oh man, I love it. And the 511 Ferrari now coming up to the chicane, going to apply another lap time. Can he get into the 219s? If he can, the 511 Ferrari has my respect. and he has not been able to capitalise. Most certainly still has my respect, but a 2:19 here is a fast time as he traverses the first corner here, La Source at Spa. We will jump back on with Anun as he is the first in line with the GT3s to apply a qualifying time down at round 5 of the GLR Esports season at Spa. So we'll give this man a little bit of love. As the 1 hour sprint is very closely underway with 4 minutes and 44 seconds. My favourite numbers left to go. Will he take this flat? He better do. Go on, kid. Good lad. Oh, look at that. No issues. You see the wiper blades struggling to stay down as the very quick GT3 Lexus makes its way up. What is Anun going to put down? A 2-minute 20.6. So half a second off Magic Mike, but that is his first qualifying lap he has actually put down in this qualifying session. So that's not bad at all. His tyres and brake ducts are most certainly going to be up to temps now. And Frankie, yet to see. What a corner. Absolutely brutal. So we're just over 3 minutes of qualifying left to go. Find you the standings. And so the recent standings I have, we have Magic Mike in 5-1-1 with 93 points, currently leading the GLR season, followed by Lager, the absolute legend in the 46 Bentley with 88 points and a dual provisional second with Anun, who is most certainly going to now take position over Stewart in the 46 Bentley with 88 points. They both have 88 points. Yeah, that of course is going to put Anun close towards Magic. Now Anun's going to want to win this one, or at least get position over Magic. For him that's important because he has 88 points, Magic has 93. He's got 3 GT3s on track, so it's very important for him to capitalise here on Magic. So that's a fight we're going to be watching as he now goes into the pits and says hello to the barrier. Magic Mike, but we're going to give Frankie a little bit of love as he comes up to the chicane. Don't know whether that's probably going to validate his lap time. Again, this is an incredibly difficult track on controller. I tried it yesterday and wow, and this man is a real god on controller, I'll give you that much, because it is so difficult. Nevertheless, we have Frankie in 4th position in the GT3 Championship with 40... Frankie number 44 is most certainly not number 44. He's got 58 points. Sikowski with 20 points, Chico with 19 and Mikey with 16. And then in the GT4 we have Next Gen's Bean John leading the GT4 Championship. What's happening here? Okay. So with 50 seconds left to go, I'm just going to finish off the standings. We've got Next gen being the absolute legend, the number 69 GT4 M4 with the black and blue livery with 103 points. And then we have GLR Racer, not on track today, in the number 14 M4 with 78 points. Kazimitsu with 57. He will most certainly be putting Bean under pressure and can still win this from Bean. So again, that's the fight that I'm going to be looking at today. Of course, we're going to give everyone some love on track, but nevertheless, I'm going to assume that these are the fights that we're going to see. And we've got JD and Seal with a duel, 42 points, and Kent, who is now on his second race of this season. Again, another absolute legend in the Chevrolet with 16 points. So there you go. We are waiting for the start of the race with a max time of 2 minutes. I am going to turn that up to 36 because my voice is a little bit louder than magic, magic, magic. So Anun, the 2 laps that we followed were their best laps. So we have a fight between the 511 Ferrari and the 369 Lexus. I do think, speaking honestly, do we have someone stood on the roof there? To the left side. Is he just, you know, no rules for that guy? He's just like, I'll just stand on there. Okay, it is actually a. I thought it was on the actual brick pad. So here we have a nice overview of the cars joining us today, and thank you to everyone that has joined on track today. And we have Kent, who was in the F1 series this morning actually, for us UK folks. I was watching him this morning until about 3 AM. I'm going to assume that's why his arm is hurting, but nevertheless, with 60 seconds left to go of the session start, we're going to be trekked to a 64-hour formation lap. Over the course of the 4.325 circuit here at Spa, but nevertheless, I most certainly do enjoy a formation lap, as it gives me time to give everyone a little bit of love that's joined us on track today. And you know, again, it's all about the people. You know, yes, people want to win, but it's all about the fun. And nevertheless, with these drivers on track, with the Lexus GT3,
10 seconds.
10-second mark. And the number 14 saying good luck to the drivers on grid today at Spa. Thank you very much, Dougie. See the number 511 Ferrari make his way up to Eau Rouge. And down the long acceleration zone of Paul. Through a Rouge, Ray Dillian, and the Camel Straight. We see all drivers make their way. And the Lexus, driven by the 369 driver Anun, legend. It's a 5.4 litre V8. and I think the GT3 aerodynamics on the Lexus GT3 look awesome. And it was my other favourite car, the Mercedes GT3. The GT3 aerodynamics on the Mercedes, oh, absolutely beautiful. And we've got 6-speed sequential racing transmission for the RCF GT3, bonnet bumpers, rear spoiler, roof, door panels, engine, airbox and dashboard are all made of carbon fibre, taking its overall weight down to just 1,300 kilograms, with the huge power plant that is the 5.4 litre V8, and of course approved by the FIA's governing body, and also allowed to compete in the USA and Japan and selected European circuits. We are all tread to the beauty that is the Lexus. These drivers have just passed the halfway mark. VQS Holman. Hello, good sir. You absolute legend. I was going to say, you should jump in real quick. Go F him up, bro. And we see Kazumitsu leading. GT4 pack as all drivers very close to the start here now, as they make their way up towards Blauschmont, and now the chicane. VQS Holman at the gym, but giving love to the GLR Round 5 series as we are ready for those red lights to drop. We've got Magic Mike and Anand side by side as all drivers now form up in double file. Kent needs to just catch up a little bit. And we are going to get that infamous wait for those red lights to drop. Okay, so we've gone past the start-finish straight, but we're actually coming up to the real start-finish straight. A little bit confusing there. Nevertheless, we're still waiting for those red lights to drop. What we're going to see here as we enter the first corner of Rouge. Oh my good God. Kazi next to the GT3 there, taking the inside line. We have a green as round 5 of Spa is underway. Magic Mike leading the way through a Rouge. We've got the 369 in his tail. What will we see occur as a gap has already begun between the leading pack? My heartbeats have most certainly elevated as we see Next Gen's Bean looking to take position. Magic Mike taking the inside line. Is he able to make that stick to the 369 Lexus? Is the Lexus still on the inside? Side by side they go. Is he going to be able to make it stick? He said no. He shut Mike off, but with a 40-minute race. A 40-minute sprint here. There's still plenty of time to go. And none, you can just see a little bit sideways there. Which again, Magic Mike is going to be able to capitalise on catching up in these very long straights here at Spa. as we jump aboard with Kazimitsu, who has most certainly gapped next gen's been in the 69 M4. And number 28 of GLR JD chasing the 69 M4 down. And bringing up the rear of the pack in hunt of the M4 is Kent in the number 7 Chevrolet, running a little bit wide there. Told by Pitcoms to mow the lawn, and we'll jump back on only a 2.97, still in hot pursuit. JLR JD, no 1 point. Okay. So this is the fight that we are going to stay on board with just for a few moments, as they now make their way through the infamous Blauschmont and up towards the chicane. What are we going to see happen here? Mike taking that line to get the best run out he can. Is he able to get on the throttle though, or was the Lexus in the way? He looks like he's got a bit of a run. He's taking the racing line. You know, he's going to apply a bit of pressure. Does he want the inside line? No, he doesn't. They're both sort of the racing line. A long race left to go with 37 minutes. Absolutely anything can happen, and ultimately Anun has put himself in a position of pressure. The number 46 Bentley said it best to me. Oh no, Magic Mike is off! That is a huge crash for the 511. Oh no. Eau Rouge is a brutal corner, and nevertheless, oh no. I mean, that was the kind of hit that, you know, you'd fear for his life. Jesus Christ.
What about the night qualifying? Are you worried about that?
He's going to go in the pits. I'm going to assume he's going to repair and then use the rest of this session to make the most of his time here at Spa. Unfortunately, that is his race gone, which means that the number 369 just needs to take it home, and he is now winning the championship. Putting Frankie in the second position. Oh, I feel absolutely broken. Which means Kazi is leading the GT4. I feel heartbroken. It's just such a horrible corner. And that was the race. Nevertheless, we must continue. The show nevertheless goes on as the 369 appears to have now made a mistake. Hopefully the 511 Ferrari will join back on track and give the 369 a race. Okay, so through Eau Rouge goes the 666 GT4 M4, just lifting a little bit to make sure he can take that inside line. You see, this is what's interesting about the GT4 class, because see, Next Gen's been there. Hopefully we'll catch up and give you guys some action with 34 minutes left to go here at the 4.3 mile track at Spa. I still can't believe what's happened. I mean, that corner is just, it's gonna catch you out. No, it is a brutal track. as we tread to a helmet cam vision of the live streamed M4, as you can most certainly say, which is what I was just about to go into before I was heartbroken again with that 511 Ferrari. The downforce is far less than the GT3s, and so although they have less power, they're gonna, you know, have less momentum going through the corners. It, you know, with regards to the less downforce, you've just got to be a little bit more, maybe scrub a little bit more speed off going into the corner, just get back on the gas a little bit earlier, maybe just straighten that corner. I'm not sure. There's so much to learn in this game. It is, it's quite incredible. Actually seeing these drivers. Wow, look at that. Traverse the way through these tracks. What happened to the 511 Ferrari is just, you know, I mean, that happens to me every time every time I have a race, so I understand it. Kazier got the M4 under control there as NextGen's been still chasing down Kazi. And now the 511 Ferrari rejoining the track after putting the repairs on his GT3 488. Team Leighton Gaming. What up, my brother from another ethereal mother? How are you, my friend? We've had some incredible action, some heartbreaking action, if I'm honest, unfold here at Spa, but nevertheless, we must continue. As Magic Mike now uses this time. And you know what? Something could happen with Anu. He's definitely not under pressure anymore, but he's most certainly going to push. And we have these drivers on track tomorrow for the Macabre Cup Season 1 Round 3 at Spa with a 90-minute race. And a safety car. We now see the number 369 Lexus traverse his way up towards the infamous Blauschmont. Through the chicane. Unfortunately, I've just got no action to show you, so we're just going to have to treat you to some onboard laps and see exactly how these drivers are making their way through. Spa. Ah, Mr. Tyshawn. Am I pronouncing that right? Tyshawn. Mr. Green. Yeah, dude, I mean, thank you for saying hello, first of all. And second of all, my God, man, like, it was an absolute pleasure to watch you race the other day. Like, you have got some serious skills, my man. And with regards to me wanting to learn more on Assetto Corsa Competizione, it's really nice to see you guys be able to just control your car for as long as you do around the very wet track at Zolder, I believe it was. And unfortunately, here at round 5 of the GLR esports season, we've had Magic Mike in the 511 Ferrari have an unfortunate accident as he made his way through Eau Rouge. We now see JD exiting, having a very, very brutal crash into the tyres. It'd be very interesting to know how much time it took to repair his car, but nevertheless. Yeah, Rain races. Some love them, some hate them. Yeah, I had the Macabre Cup Season 1 Round 2 last Sunday. We were at Donington Park. Weather was unrealistic and it rained after 5 minutes. It's a 90-minute race. It rained after 5 minutes for 10 minutes and then it stops again, and it was just hilarious because no one was expecting it. Oh dear, it's quite funny. The highlight video that I've got on my YouTube is pretty funny, but nevertheless, yep, it's a pleasure to see you guys traverse your way through the Assetto Corsa Competizione tracks as we now jump on board with the second position on the leaderboard, but showing skills of absolute dominance. We've got the 666 Kazimitsu. Hehe. And Kazi in the GT3 Vantage tomorrow, again at Spa. I'm watching him. I've been practicing with him on track, and it's really interesting noting the difference. Again, look at the camber to the left side of this track, Spa. That's completely intentional. It's really interesting seeing how little the GT4s can actually cope with corner speed. I would have thought because they're not as fast, they would be. I would have thought because they're not as fast, they would be a little bit maybe to flat out. As you can see, is lifted for a good. Felt like a sixth of a second there. Obviously, the downforce of these are far less. We'll have a quick little look at the downforce of the GT4s. We've obviously got the rear wing, which is impressive, but not as impressive as the GT3s. Not a very big diffuser, so it's not exactly going to be sucking it down to the road either. Nevertheless, we'll just watch the main man Kazimitsu traverse his way through Bruels. So we've got a front splitter and standard BMW headlights, and some splitters on the side. Nothing impressive though in regards to aerodynamics. Nevertheless, that is what I love about this. Everything's so critical. Tyre temperatures, brake temperatures, setups, my god. Like, even a setup for Spa, speaking to the 46 Bentley, he told me to put my aerodynamics on full because I initially turned it down. Now that corner that we've just seen the Ferrari go through and Eau Rouge, you can take that flat. But nevertheless, you can already see the difference in aerodynamics. I mean, look at the size, not only the length, width and height of that. You've got a diffuser that's clearly pulling underneath of the car into the track here at Spa as you see the Ferrari make his way. Wow, it's beautiful! On a controller, absolute legend. That man deserves a cookie. And then we've got the front. We've got the slightly redesigned front end of the 488 Ferrari driven by Frankie. But with regards to the M4, you can see the differences. Obviously the front splitter is far more pronounced, far more degrees of angle panels and the split
The pitch is
is
now
now
open.
bigger. And the pit window's now opening, which hopefully we might see a none. And it looks like... Just give Kent a little bit of love before we move back onto Magic Mike. Of course, he's a couple of laps down, but nevertheless, as he goes into the pits and says hello to the barrier, we have the 511 Ferrari in very close... has the 6... Okay, so he's gone in the pits, which means Magic Mike's been left out, so hopefully you guys can be treated to a little bit of action when the 511 Ferrari comes back round. Oh, beautiful. The track here in Spa. Yeah, I know, it's incredible. Magic is, yeah, send him a quick message. Said just get back on, enjoy it. It's here to be enjoyed after all. Not that he did that because I said that, but, you know, it's a heartbreaking moment what happened, and we're here to enjoy the game ultimately. As he has the mid-engined Ferrari control here as he now enters the right-hand corner of Bruels. Most certainly missed Dougie, I can tell you that much. Your presence is noticed. As we now see the 511 make his way up towards, God almighty, Le Farnes, and up towards the right-hander of Campus. Taking as much of the track width as you can, and you need to there. As you can see, the downforce of the GT3 able to plant that Ferrari into the road, able to just plant his accelerator all the way down, and the 369 car just in front of the GT4 pack of JD. Happening, we'll probably just jump on board a little bit more than we would because it's very interesting to see drivers' capabilities. Quite amazing. Track warning for that maybe. And the 22-year-old unknown do need to learn all your names. But nevertheless, as we progress, the 22-year-old unknown in the RCF GT3 Lexus a very eager driver, constantly, every lap, constantly looking to push. You can see here, he's pushing every corner. And he's because he's wanting to just get better and faster. You know, of course he can be a little bit more consistent, be a little bit slower, and blah de blah. But you don't learn from being consistent. You learn from finding where the edge is. So I'm going to expect this dude to be an absolute weapon and a problem. As unfortunately the 511 Ferrari and the 369 are nowhere near each other, but 6 entering the pits. Next gen's been. And it's quite interesting noting the differences between aerodynamics of the Ferrari and the Lexus, because if we looked on the Ferrari's rear diffuser, completely and utterly different design. And again, I mentioned how critical he wants to push. Ferrari to the right there. Surely the differences in design have differences in output. That was nice. That was nice. Was that flat? I think so. And then the front end, maybe not as prominent, but looking at the size and the width, it looks like they've got a little bit of aerodynamics on the wheel arches, as well as the front splitter. Kazumitsu leading the race going into the pits. Much excitement, I'm afraid, at Spa today with the unfortunate events of the 511 Ferrari, who I'm pretty sure hit the barrier that hard that he met his mother in another life. See the legend and now traverse his way through a Rouge. And the number 7 conceding his way as the 511 enters the pits, so hopefully Magical Mike will join back out. This is such a huge pit as well. When I played this last night, I did what he's doing now, and I went to that side of the pit and I stopped and I was like, where is everyone? Took a good 2 minutes to realise, oh no, the pit window's closed. Oh. So Magic Mike's gone into pit, but then I don't know he's already in the pit, so I don't know whether he can actually use the pits. And again, you can see the time that it takes to get around, as the 675 Ferrari is going to roar his way past Magic Mike in the pits. There he is. Hats off. For controller, that's incredible. I was all over the place on controller for a laugh with this last night. And again, Magic Mike still waiting to reach the pits, and now only just stopping as we see Next Gen's Bean in the 69 M4 leave the pits here at Spa. As the number 369 chases down GLR JD in the 28 BMW. 14 minutes 44 seconds left to go. We're going to jump back on board with Anun.
What about the night qualifying? Are you worried about that?
No, I see.
As he catches his way, as we see the 511 Ferrari. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit of a fight here. Yes, come on boys. The 511 Ferrari is leaving the pits. You can hear the Italian V8 sing. Come on, let's go, let's go. We've got 14 minutes left to go. Magic Mike is well and truly in the flow. We've got Anun pushing. Maybe he's going to lose a few tenths as he lost a tenth there, perhaps. Just losing momentum of his Lexus. And Paul the Helicam man doing what he does best as these drivers exit Bruel's. And hunt the 28 down of JD. Maybe this is going to cause a little bit of traffic for the GT3 pack. We will find out. On the LCD screen you can see flashing one. JD most certainly always gets out of the way, and there you can see he is indicating, but I'm hoping it's still going to hold him up nevertheless. God, that Ferrari. Wow. What up, boy? As the Ferrari now on the inside line of the BMW driven by JD. And now coming through Blauschmont and up towards the chicane. What's Magic Mike able to do here in the Ferrari as he chases the Lexus down? 369. Very interesting lines there. Come on, boy. Come on. God, that Ferrari just sings. The Lexus has got a real low grunt to it. Well, the Ferrari is still with us this time as he makes his way through Eau Rouge. And we see JD doing an awesome job. And of course, big shout out to everyone who has come on track today at Spa. It is always a pleasure watching you guys and saying hello. Lexus pushing his way out the exit of campus there, and it looks as though Magic Mike is closing. Oh my good lord, he's lost so much speed on that exit, and I'm just not sure on the exact tyre conditions of the two drivers, because obviously we've had Magic Mike just pit and come out on fresh rubber. Nevertheless, both drivers now in a fight. As Anun wants to get that position back. Five on one. Will Magic make it? I'm going to say hello to him. Wall. Still a dent there. So Magic seems to be pulling away. From the Lexus with just under 10 minutes to go here at Spa. 3678, passing the number 7 of Kent there. Absolute pleasure to have Kent on board with us in the GLR season and joining us today at Spa. Just over 7 minutes left to go. We have a little bit of traffic from Magic Mike, who's taking the inside line next to Next Gen's Bean. Jump on board with Bean, as he is now sandwiched in between
What about the night qualifying? Are you worried about that?
two GT3s. And Magic looks like he's doing an awesome job as he makes his way through. Probably what's going to give him a heart attack every time he comes towards it. It does me. It's like a roller coaster, that corner. You love to see it. Hunting the 511 Ferrari down is Anu. And again, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to commentate for Next Gen's Bean. Also running in the Next Gen League that I commentate for. It's an absolutely awesome league, that some aliens in that league. It's an absolute pleasure to have him join us with a GLR today. It's Magic again in traffic. So, I think the standings are as they are, unless anyone makes a colossal mistake, which, honestly, that could happen. Nevertheless, see the number 7 Chevrolet concede his position to the 369 Lexus. Doing a 360 there. Someone coming to my door, so I do apologise for just having to leave there. Okie doke. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left to go. Inside the board camera there. As he makes his way up towards Rouge. So with 75 seconds left to go, we have the 5 Ferrari now in pursuit of Franklin in the GT3 488.
Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
A big shout out to Franklin in the 678 Ferrari. He's done an incredible job today. As the race clock now comes to an end, we see the GT3 pack all in one shot there, as they now hurtle their way up to the tight corner sections of Les Combes and Malmedy. Oh, dearie me. So we're going to give Anand some love. We've got Kazi leading the race, gapping Next Gen's Bean with 17 seconds. JLR JD, I don't know how far that is. Cubs is in the pits. Again, thank you for joining, sir. But again, we're going to give some love to the winner. That is Anand in the 369 Lexus. So towards Franklin in the 488, giving him the racing line. And the checkered flag, congratulations, sir. Well done. That means Kazimitsu winning the race as the number 69 also crosses the lead, and Kazimitsu giving us what we want at the end of a race. Let's see if anyone else joins in. Go on, kid. Yeah! Do you know, can you actually blow your tyres in this game? It's an interesting question. I might have to find that out. We've now seen Next Gen's been. Yeah, boy! So Unknown in the GT3 Lexus takes home P1 and Franklin taking P2. Magic Mike still taking home a P3. So points will be applied, as of course they have showed up. We'll see GLR JD come to say hello. Meaning the 666 M4 is the winner of the GT4s, followed by Bean in the 69, GLR JD bringing up third position, and fourth in the number 7 Chevrolet. So thank you to absolutely everyone who has joined in and shown the love. I do appreciate it very much. Before I go, I'll quickly tell you where so Unknown with 88 points and Lager, Magic with 93. That probably means Unknown is going to be leading this championship, but Magic Mike's going to take P3 points. So that's going to put Magic in second, Unknown in first, and Lager in third, followed by Frankie and Tarkowski, Chico, and Mikey. Next Gen's been taking home a second position today with 103 points, leading the GT4 championship, followed by GLR Racer with 78 and Kazimitsu with 57 points, and also winning this race. That's also going to mean that Bean and Kazi are going to be fighting out for the GT4 championship as my game goes absolutely nuts.
What about the night qualifying? Are you worried about that?
Where were we? Kazimitsu 57 points, Bean with 103 leading, Racer in the middle of those two is 78, JD with 42, same as Seal 42, Kent 16, Marmite 16, Cordell 15, TMK 0, even though TMK should really win this championship, being an absolutely awesome commentator that he is. Next week,
Green light, show them what you got.
I'm trying to find where we are. Here we are. So today we're at Spa. Next week, same time, 1 o'clock Saturday UK time, we are at Laguna Seca. Thank you to everyone that's joined. I've been your host TMK. We'll see you next time.